Here we are in McCauley Hall, where hundreds of folks have gathered since it opened. Over the past 18 years, this building has fulfilled its purpose of serving the church and community. There's always something going on, with countless activities from potluck meals to concerts, from workshops to support group meetings. And Sunday, the room will fill up again for coffee hour and fellowship after the service. But let's go back to the beginning of how this all came to be. Back in 1996, more space was needed for all the activities that were happening at KPLC. So they hired an architect to draw up a master site plan that included a meeting hall to serve the community, just as the original building was doing. By 1999, they moved from planning to action, followed by groundbreaking in October 2000 and dedication in November 2001.
As our congregation was growing in the mid-90s, it was evident that we didn't have enough space. Every time we wanted to have a dinner, a potluck, anything like that, we would have to shove the pews off to the side, roll out the tables and the chairs, and it was just a big hassle. And it was decided that we needed some type of a building to hold events in. And it was decided to build a fellowship hall, not just a fellowship hall for our own use, but a community center, something that the community would use. And through the years, that's exactly what's happened. Back in the late 70s, when we bought the property and wanted to build, the higher-ups told us, oh, it'll never work. A church isn't going to work out there. You're just foolish to build. Well, obviously we weren't.
On November 18th, 2001, the building was dedicated, and just a couple of weeks later, the Sunday school kids held a slumber party in the brand new building.
In 2006, McCauley Hall became the first emergency shelter on the Key Peninsula. We had a terrible windstorm in December, and everyone on the Key Peninsula was without power. And fortunately, when the building was built, people had the good sense to have it powered by propane and also a large generator. For 10 days, 3 meals a day were served by members, by volunteers, and people had a place to go, a warm, safe place to be.
We've been blessed because in our congregation are people with many skills, and it seems like when something is needed, be it plumbing, be it electricity, be it whatever, we have somebody that steps up and says, I'll do that for you. We're just so blessed in that way. And as for the name McCauley Hall, it was starting to be built, and then because the funds were not really coming in and it was kind of at a standstill, and then a congregational member, Phil McCauley, stepped up and he more or less took over as superintendent of the building. And it was because of him and his support and Doug Graham Hall, who managed this little bit of money, that this building got built. And it's such a blessing to us all and to the community. So that's why the hall was named for Phil McCauley. So many incidents happened along the way where things were needed and answers came to us, so that we knew we were meant to do this. And everybody in the church was on board that this is where we would put our strength and our hard work. It was meant to be. We truly felt called to do this.
Over the years, McCauley Hall has served the church family for fellowship activities and holiday fun, hospitality for weddings and memorials, auctions, nursery, classes, and workshops, and more. It's also helped serve the outreach ministries like the community meals, emergency shelter, vacation Bible school, caregiver support workshop, and now the bazaar and tree auction are held there. And McCauley Hall has also served the Key Peninsula community by providing a venue for TOPS, AA and NA, Key Singers concerts, Cub Scouts, veterans, classes, and workshops, and the commercial kitchen is used by several different groups. McCauley Hall has significantly extended the church's ability to serve the community. Through the diligent and wise practices of the finance experts, the mortgage was officially paid off in June 2019, 3 years early. With joyful and thankful hearts, the church celebrates yet another milestone in its 40-year legacy of faithfully following its calling to serve the community.